With a flick of a button, I'll be able to create the greatest robot, one that could destroy mankind. With this, I'll be able to rule the world and make all men machines. Speak to your master, your creator. What will you destroy? I like men PP. What? Try throwing me in. Throw me in for rehab for kissing a piece of metal. I'll be damned. Donnie is not fighting hard enough for me, but we're gonna get into that. In The Prince of Southland on chapter 1, he was kissed by a random android and he's innocent. Somehow he's in the deep end. He's the bad guy, but if I randomly tell him to start smacking everybody with a bottle of Sprite and say they look like an ashy scarecrow, am I the bad guy? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, okay.
Donnie Ali was kissed by a random robot, shattering his entire image. But Donnie doesn't give a damn at all about how he's perceived. A news report could fly about him being f***ed by a dyslexic goose, but he don't give a d***. But right after that, he makes a press announcement saying it's not his fault. I swear to God, a reporter literally asked this man, "Did you f*** the droid?" As if we're not talking about something illegal already where they are. I was kissed. As you can see, he forced himself on me and I was surprised.
So you touched his
But would I be the bad guy for telling Donnie's driver to put that car in reverse to run her over? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, okay.
But back to the crime, the proof is there though. Donnie then goes back and forth with his father in the car as they head back to his apartment. This is how we learn he's more of a carefree, reckless top. Sorry, I mean person, it kind of like slipped. Oh my God, bad habit. Donnie goes back and forth with his father, trying to make him understand what he thinks happened was wrong. But once again, even after his speech, Donnie has to remind him he was kissed unexpectedly. Most of the argument, he's being playful and is messing with the driver. That's a robot. But although I have a problem with his father now since he doesn't want to listen to his own son and then just literally drops him off and just ridicules him. Like, what kind of... Some of y'all don't need to have kids. When are we gonna have that discussion? But then, Donnie has a bit of a break by the corner thinking about what's going on in his life until the Bottom Crusader, the Wonder Hole, the Derriere Slider, the Donnie Swamp. Do I need to keep going? I have a list. Trust me, I can keep going. Oh, should I just introduce the character? Oh, okay. Jensen, hey! I wasn't talking shit, bestie, hey! We're introduced to Jensen by the first episode, and he's landing on top of Donnie. Before we get any clarification, we move on to the next episode to see a little bit of his backstory. Chapter 2, Jensen is then making an escape from a prison, and is definitely a fighter. He does an aggressive takedown within the first few panels, making his way out of the lower city, one that's more in poverty, we learn. But he's chased, barely making it out alive. Some kind of hunter or something, we don't know anything about him. He then lands directly on top of Donnie, thus he's a bottom. Logic. Immediately, he's blushing, flustered by the sight of Donnie. I can't blame him. I love me a mean Oreo. I'm not gonna lie to you. But randomly, a gunshot occurs and they're on the run for their life until Jensen is shot in the leg.
Oh, now we gotta go?
And Donnie takes him to his room. Jensen is nearly dead. Donnie patches him up and Jensen kind of like flirts, you know? And he's like, oh yeah, you're like better looking than what we kind of see on the news. Oh, purr. You know? All that type of shit. And then kind of calls him a robot but we're gonna focus on the positive. He wants a piece of that ass. Let's get into it. He wants that Snickers. Donnie wants to then know more about Jensen after being chased, but Jensen only mentions a little bit about his life. But Donnie offers him a place to stay to recover for a while and wants to make sure mostly that he kind of keeps his mouth shut. I can think of another way, but I'm gonna shut up now. Jensen tries to convince him he won't, but Donnie starts acting funny and threatens to bring the hunter back. So then they somewhat come to an agreement. Then by episode 5, we then see something from his past coming to haunt him. But Jensen wakes up and he's awoken to a note where Donnie would be back later, saying he's getting groceries by accident. Boom, his face is all over the screen. He is wanted by the police for a certain reason, but it isn't until the next episode he's helping his friend who's a little broken down. He sees on television Jensen's beautiful face, wanted for murder. Donnie is shocked and makes a dash for it. There's a wanted killer in his apartment. He's scared for his life. I can't really see why because, y'all saw how they looked at each other in this video. Like, I don't think they're gonna, like, I don't know about that, chief. This far in, I'm really liking The Prince of Southland. I like how they actually give the characters their own introduction in an episode. This far, the story nailed the character's introduction, and the possible main antagonist has such a scary but luring design. It's very addicting to look at, and I'm really interested in seeing what it actually is. Is it like some type of hacker, maybe? Like, obviously Jensen isn't a robot, but that could be a possible thing for the future, since there's robots and all this stuff, so it's possible. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm eager to seeing how good this story gets. And as you can see, I mean, Donnie x Jensen, I mean, there's no one else to like ship, you know? Like, I mean, it's canon. Like, I mean, let's chat about it. They will be the death of me. They are so cute. I hope Donnie looks past his killing ways, supposedly, which I really hope wasn't actually like the killing of the guards back there. Like, I wanted to know if Jensen had a really troubled life back then, because then like, oh my god, two like bad boys who like don't care about life. Like, this is kind of like hot. Oh my god. But their chemistry is really good and I really love it. I really don't have much to add this far, anything really bad to say, but let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure to keep up with the comic and with me by subscribing, where as I go, I'll dissect it more. Thank you for watching.